Back in the day with a little Motown classic from Little Stevie, as he was affectionately called, with a child's heart that came in by request. Somebody text that one in. Definitely a soulful selection for the soulful soiree. 6:58, you're tuned to your community radio station, homegrown, handpicked sounds, music, news, entertainment, WMNF Tampa. Hour number one is in the bag. The Magnificent Seven hanging out in place of Cheryl Mogul this evening. They call me the DOC, and you have excellent taste. 6:58 and counting. And as I mentioned at the output of the show, that we are very grateful to have with us John Seda in studio. John, you still with us?
Oh, I'm here, baby. And I want to thank you, Doc, for having me come over.
It is really my pleasure.
Appreciate it.
I want to thank Hector and Speedy for putting me in contact with you. That's what networking is all about.
Those are my brothers.
Yes. This is what networking is all about, guys.
Yes.
That's right.
And I'm glad to have Tim hanging out with us as well. And it's really great to have you in studio for the first time, but it won't be for last. And you've got so many things going on because we know you've got your recording studios, you're a distributor, you're a promoter, you're a musician, you're a sound engineer. Is there anything that do you paint houses and do roofs and stuff like that too?
I can, but I don't like it.
He's retired, man.
But I gotta ask you, how long have you been in the business, John?
Well, you know, my mom introduced me to it because she played guitar and she sang. And she used to do, like, you know, música ranchera, you know, and boleros and stuff like that. La Panchos, you know, and things like that. So she taught me at the age of 11 the first chords, and then from there I took it on. And it's an amazing story because after that we moved to Puerto Rico, right?
Wow.
And
where are you originally from?
Well, I was born in New York, but I can't claim New York. I was only there until I was 5 years old, and they moved us to Los Angeles, and they were kind of searching for the safe place for all of us. And so we were jumping a lot.
Well, wait a minute. Well, which borough did you live in New York?
It was in Long Island.
Okay. Yeah. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So you can lay claim to it for 5 years. Yeah. You just don't remember much.
All I remember is just nothing. How about that?
Gotcha.
I remember a little bit, but...
Doc, excuse me, John. The individuals that were born in Puerto Rico...
Yeah.
They truly Puerto Ricans, but the ones that grew up in New York, they call them New York Ricans. So.
Okay, there you go, New Rican. That's how you are.
Right.
There you go. There you go. So
I see it.
So you have come full tilt, and here you are in Tampa. How long have you been in Tampa now?
I've been here since 1990.
Okay, well, you and I moved to Tampa the same year.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, because I'm a transplant, of course, from the nation's capital, and so it's so great to have you here with us this evening. We've got some tracks that I know that you brought with you that we had a chance to sample before we came on the air, and I want to do a little snippet of that first track that you introduced. What was the name of that first track?
Seasons of Change.
And who wrote that?
I wrote the words and the music, and it was performed by Elena Romanova, which is an interesting story because back in 2011 I went to France to meet him, and I met a gentleman by the name of Dmitry Northman, who's Russian, and we became friends, and the rest was history. He introduced me to her, and then over the internet we did a couple of songs. One was called Teach the Dream, and Teach the Dream is a tribute to teachers, and we did one in Spanish, one in English, and one in Russian.
How nice is that?
So we always stayed in contact and worked on other tracks, and about a year ago she told me she was in Miami, and she came to the studio and we recorded the track.
Okay, great.
She's in Moscow right now, and she was a runner-up for The Voice in Moscow.
In Moscow, you mentioned that. So we're going to go ahead and play a little bit of that. Once again, what's the name of that track?
Seasons of Change.
Here we go.
The things we fear, we overcome the tears. Seasons change and friends go away.
And we are back. We wanted to just give our listening audience a little taste of that particular selection, John. And again, the artist is
Elena Romanova.
Elena Romanova, and she's from Russia.
Right.
And that track again is called
Seasons of
Change. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Now, I know that when you and I talked last week, we talked about all the different things that you're immersed in as far as recording, studios. Hector, even let me see one of the jam sessions that you had going on with some of your vocalists and musicians at the time. I thought that was great, which is why I asked you if you could go ahead and bring in some of your entourage and go ahead and bring in instruments, what have you. Now, I noticed that you did bring one of your guitars with you.
Yeah, I brought the guitar.
Okay.
We were thinking about bringing some members, but we couldn't because one guy's in New York,
right.
and it just didn't work out. And Asia, she had the flu, and just it didn't. But I'm singing this song because this goes out to Asia. She keeps on telling me, John, you sing really good. You should sing. And she's like this amazing singer, right? And I go, yeah, okay, right. You sing the songs. So this one's for you, girl. You know,
so she's not one of those people that told you. She's not one of those people that say, "Oh, John, you got a great voice," just because you're friends, right? See, I hate when people say that.
Really, right.
Like somebody says, "Tim, you got a great singing voice." I'm like, "Really, Tim?
Well,
really?"
This is why I'm putting her on the spot right now.
All right, so let's do this because we are broadcasting live right here at 7:05 here at MNF. And our listening audience is getting a little different taste of the Soulful Soiree this evening, which is great. We wanted to make this into a jam session type thing, lots of energy. And folks, look, we want some feedback from you at 239-9663. Now, John, are you ready to perform for us just a little bit?
Yeah.
Give us a little taste.
I just got to grab my guitar real
Go ahead and get your guitar, okay? Get your guitar. I thought you were gonna bring your steel guitar, but this will do.
Speedy's playing guitar.
No, I'm
Speedy.
He's tuning it up, man.
Speedy, I have one word for you: deportation.
Exploitation of deportation.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you want to send a text, 813-433-0885, 433-0885, or DJ at WMNF.org, 813-239-9663. The studio line, give us a call.
Okay, and the selection you're about to do for us, John, is called?
It's called Times Will Be Better.
Okay, and what's the inspiration behind this tune?
Well, you know, the guys here would probably understand. It's kind of, I don't think anybody's talked about something like this before, but I wrote it when I was in the Army.
Okay.
Okay. And I grew up in Puerto Rico, so I joined the Army to leave the island.
Wait a minute. Which Army?
Of course, the United States
Army.
Army.
You said Army. Could have been the Puerto Rican Army. I don't know. He said I joined the Army when I was in Puerto Rico. Okay.
There's no Puerto Rican Army, buddy.
I had to. I'm like,
Hey, we're U.S. citizens.
I'm like, Puerto Rican Army?
What's the matter with you, Doc?
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, you know, as the guys know, because they probably understand this, is like every Christmas, you know, people come from New York to the island, and we do these parties, these nonstop parties. It's just an excuse to drink every day. But they start on November, 24th, right, which is Thanksgiving, and it goes all the way to January 6th, and sometimes they extend it all the way to the 11th, you know. So anyway, what happens is there's a lot of romance that goes on, and you meet that girl from New York, and for some reason I was always meeting the ones that were coming down, and they had to go away. So I wrote, the song, and it talks about that. So it goes something like this. The time is getting closer when you shall leave and I shall stay. It's not forever, my sweet child, but it's gonna be a lifetime to me. No, I don't wanna lose you. No, either do I want to leave you. No, I don't wanna sleep my cold nights alone. No, either do I wanna lose my happy home. Oh, baby, times will be better. You just wait and see. Oh, baby, I want to love you to eternity. your love, life is meaningless. Can't you understand what I'm trying to say? Hey, hey. No, I don't want to lose you. No, either do I want to leave you. No, I don't want to sleep my cold nights alone. No, either do I want to lose my happy home. Oh, baby, the times will be better. You just wait and see. Eternity. Oh, baby, times will be better. You just wait and see. Oh, baby, I want to love you to eternity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Seda. Thank you, John.
Thank you, sir.
Outstanding. Outstanding. And you heard it here live on the Soulful Soiree. It's 7-11, not to be confused with the convenience store. And you're tuned in.
Sounds like a good deal.
You're tuned in to the best station on planet Houston.
Oh, yes.
We're glad you tuned in to us this evening, the Soulful Soiree with Cheryl Mogul, and thank you so much for your great support. John, we're going to come back to you a little bit later on in the broadcast. Speedy!
Let's do it.
Thanks for hanging out so much this evening. Tim, are you still with me?
I'm with you.
Hector, are you here?
Oh, yes.
The Magnificent Seven are in the studio this evening. We got one word for you: deportation. Here comes Lee Field and the Expressions reminding you, I'm coming home.